Agency is a relationship that authorizes an agent to act on behalf of their principal. In North Carolina, there are several ways that a real estate broker may work with a consumer. Once hired, the broker becomes an agent, and the consumer becomes their client. In this first video of a 7-part video series, Understanding Agency, we will define key terms and explain the types of agency that are practiced in North Carolina. First, we will begin with definitions of key terms. Then, we will discuss the duties that an agent owes to their client. The first term we will define is agency. Agency is the relationship that exists when one person or entity is authorized to act for and on behalf of another. The next term is agent. An agent is the person or entity acting for and on behalf of the principal or client within the bounds of the authority granted, and who owes fiduciary or legal duties to the principal. The next term we will define is brokerage subagency. Brokerage subagency is an agency relationship where the brokerage and all affiliated brokers within the same brokerage as the real estate broker representing the seller act as subagents of the seller. This means that the brokerage, the agent for the seller, and all affiliated brokers of that brokerage represent the seller's interests. The next term is principal or client. The principal or client is the party who authorizes another, the agent, to act on the principal's behalf within specified parameters, and to whom the agent owes certain legal duties. The next term is seller subagency. Seller subagency is an agency relationship where a broker from a brokerage other than the listing firm represents the seller's interest with written permission in a transaction with an unrepresented buyer. A seller subagent owes the same fiduciary duties towards the seller as the listing or seller's agent, including loyalty, obedience, disclosure, confidentiality, and accounting. The last term we will define is fiduciary. A fiduciary is a person who acts in a relationship of trust and is bound to act in the best interests of the principal, prioritizing those interests above their own. Brokers acting as agents are considered fiduciaries and must fulfill their responsibilities to their principals while performing brokerage activities. The fiduciary duties an agent owes to a principal include obedience. An agent must follow the lawful instructions of the principal. Loyalty. An agent must act in the best interests of the principal and place the principal's interests ahead of the agent's personal business or family interests. Disclosure. An agent must provide the principal with relevant facts that could influence their decision-making. Confidentiality. An agent must protect the personal and confidential information of the principal. However, the broker agent must discover and disclose material facts to the parties in the transaction. Accounting. An agent must safeguard and account for the principal's funds and property. And reasonable skill, care, and diligence. An agent must exercise reasonable skill, care, and diligence of the professional standards of the community in fulfilling their fiduciary duties. Additionally, brokers must act in good faith to promote the principal's interest. Basically, while acting as an agent, a broker must offer loyalty and obedience to the legal requests of the principal and refrain from activities that might conflict with the principal's interests. Watch Understanding Agency Part 2 to learn about agency agreements and disclosures.